I am Ryan, aka Crowns' Corner, aka the Healing Chefs. I am the Healing Chef, and this is the Healing Chefs podcast about natural medicine and mental health. We got to watch out for the other stuff. Um, and so, chef comes from the word chief, chief meaning leader. Everyone that I have on here is a leader in their own right. Today's chef is, ladies and gentlemen, Big Los.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Thank you. I
Heck yeah.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming out. So met you through, was it Big Mike there? And when I posted that kind of stuff and we started talking and wanted to get you on here, you do, you're a producer, rapper, all sorts of stuff. Can you introduce yourself and let the people know a little bit about who you are and what you do? And then we'll jump into the segments there.
Yeah, definitely. My name's Carlos, aka Big Los.
There you go.
I met you through Big Mike,
Yeah.
through all that stuff, and what I do is I just help with people with music and just want to make people feel better about themselves and let them know that the world is a better place than what we're at right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I like to do. I just like to show them that, hey, what you're doing is positivity to the world, and people receive it and people give it back.
Nice. Yeah, adding flavor to the pot. I appreciate that. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our first segment, which is Cannabis Journey, and a little walk through the woods. All right. So Cannabis Journey is all about how you found cannabis yourself and then like where you're at with it now, news, all that kind of stuff. So we just super like, oh man, my brain's foggy.
We just smoked a big old blunt.
Yeah, we just I was trying to figure out a way to say we smoked it really fast, but like in a cool way. But
Yeah.
like my brain's so fucked. It's like we did something. We did something. That's for sure.
Yeah, we definitely smoked that blunt outside, and it was a good strain. I like smoking weed. Weed is, I feel like, it's a natural medicine, and I feel like it heals people, and it's good for the soul. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you drink, people, you know what I mean, do other stuff. I'm not gonna, I've been into the harder stuff, and that stuff is definitely not good for you. Trust me, it gives you health issues. It gives you all kinds of stuff. To be honest, yeah, financial issues, money issues, exactly. To be honest with you, I'm missing teeth from all the harder drugs that I've done.
Yeah.
For my mouth. And that's one of the things that I feel not comfortable with is my mouth. My teeth. But that's just as me. That I did the drugs. I own it. I do what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just move on from it. And you learn. You learn not to do them no more. So all I do is just trees now, smoke weed, relax. Make my music, have a good time. I love all different kinds of strains. I love indica, sativa. As I was growing up younger, like, we didn't see the different strains. We didn't see the different, the different ways that they made it and stuff like that. And it was just all Reggie Block Reggie when I was growing up. You know what I mean?
For the most part, yeah. For me, that was the same for sure for a while. But then, like when I was out here, every once in a while, like, well, in Missouri, it was just like brick. That's what we were getting. But then when I moved out here with my dad and them, it was definitely like every once in a while we would get the first thing to come along after brick was Kind Bud. Like, no one really knew what the fuck that was, but we knew it when we saw it. And it was just like some decently grown stuff that wasn't bricked up and were in nice nugs. But then from there, I don't know, like it kind of grew to like then we were looking for hydro.
Yep, I remember hydro.
and
Yeah.
then
Hmm.
where's the dro at? Where all that shit.
And it was like the bud was like circly too.
Yeah, so
It
you had
wasn't.
the more fat calyxes
Hmm.
and stuff like they're pushing them out and stuff like that. Very more. These fatter buds.
Hmm.
Um, More trichome coverage for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
That's when they kind of started pushing that, not only in the plant, but they had to push the plant to get the trichomes to be able all sorts of stuff. But then there was that stuff. Well, and then like, but in between there, well, I'll actually also when there was brick, it was Christmas buds.
I was gonna bring that up next to you. Yeah, the Christmas buds.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where it's at. The Christmas buds. And even now, you could find the Christmas buds. You know, it's just rare, but you have to go find them. You know.
yeah. The thing with all that kind of stuff, and even watching the homies, even the homies that grow, you may never even see the best of that grow. They got it.
They got it. Yeah, it's trees. It's trees. They got it.
They
Yeah.
got it. But you probably getting lowers on them plants. Some of them, but I like. But there's plenty of people out there. Like what was the homeboy back a while ago that gave me a good amount of his flower that was like really good, like giant nugs. Skunk Works. That shit was fire. And I'm gonna eventually be growing here, but we're waiting until maybe January, February. We got some more important things to take care of first. But
Yeah.
um, do you like so? Obviously, you and I both smoke flower and stuff. Do you dab? Have you dabbed? Is it just not?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I dabbed, and I love, dabbing is a different high for me.
Oh, it's a different
It's
animal.
it's a way different animal, exactly. And as soon as you hit it, I feel like when I hit it, like I was like, oh my goodness, it's I'm gonna be sitting right here on this couch for the next like 4 or 5 hours. Let me find your refrigerator real quick.
Yeah. Just
You know,
pull that
yeah.
refrigerator on up. It's good.
It's good,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Just
Give me some Mountain Dew or some Sprite or something, and I'll be good.
Just be careful when you ask for Sprite. Get that McDonald's Sprite. That shit'll kill you. Fucking shit. Ain't no reason that shit's so strong. But yeah. So dabbing for sure. Now I like to dab when I game for the most part
Hmm.
because it gets me a little more locked in, more focused. Um, Whereas when I smoke kind of flower, I start kind of dazing off and I was kind of like looking around and shit. And
You're like, oh,
I was just like, dude. Oh yeah, I was doing something. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the ceremony of smoking the flower that I have to keep going back to, and I'm just like, maybe I think in my brain, maybe I'm thinking this out, everybody, while we're doing this, but I'm thinking maybe, nah, I'm just high.
I lost my train of thought.
No. I was thinking maybe that no. Now I did actually. Now that you called it, now that I actually lost my train of thought. Um, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. We'll maybe come back around to that. But so with dabbing and stuff, I just feel a little more locked in, and with the weed, with the flower, I get more locked into that ceremony and stop thinking about what I'm doing and everything. But the dabbing, I dab and I'll go right back to what I'm doing.
You're more focused.
More
Yeah,
focused and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it's my brain telling me like you don't need to be playing this fucking game anymore, or what it is. But yeah, I definitely see a difference in the highs. I also like to dab though when before I go to the gym.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you on the dabbing? What is it? Dabbing the sativa, indica? Like, because like I feel like when I go to the gym and I'm high, I feel like I can't really function that well because I'm moving and I'm pumping my blood through my stream and everything like that. Because like I feel like when I get high, I want to go home. I'm gonna relax. You know what I mean? I want to just smoke my blunt at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have a nightcap or something like that. Just to relax myself and be like, okay, it's the end of the meditation of the day.
Mm.
Because when I wake up in the morning, I meditate. I do my thing. I have my blunt, and I get ready for the day. And at the end of the day, I also like to meditate, wind myself down, and then be like, okay, let me get my mind right for my end of my night so I can go to sleep right.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of depends, but for the most part, it really don't matter. Because when I get up and before I go to the gym, I'm drinking pre-workout.
Okay.
So
You're going.
I'm going.
You're going.
So I mean, if we got a sativa, I'm just going more. If
Yeah.
I got an indica, I'm just going. Like, and then I get into the gym, and I find it because I also drink these. It's not nitric oxide, and it's beast that's for getting more oxygen to your
muscles.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It gives you a bigger pump and all that kind of stuff, but helps heal. The more blood it gets to your muscles helps heal them too. But also has blockchain and something like that, or a branch chain. Blockchain. That's money.
That's money. Yeah.
Branch chain amino acids that I drink along with it. But this is all. It kind of like is another almost pre-workout while I'm doing that. So I like to have, especially these things like disposables. My favorite one was from High Vibes. The mimosa, their live resin mimosa was absolutely fire. Or shit, they had a 2 gram, the grape, whatever it was. That was good too. But I kind of also like more indicas when I'm there because I'm kind of elevated, and the indica will get me into a level where I'm more
brings you down.
Mind and muscle. What do they call that? But where I'm connected more. So when I'm actually pushing, when you do like a chest exercise, you're supposed to push your chest out and then do the thing,
and then lift.
Yeah, because you want to stretch this as much as possible. So I actually picture the muscle and I can feel them. Like when you get to that point, you're like, oh, now I'm working it.
Yeah, it's like you want to go slow.
Or where your technique used to be bad. You'd be like doing this or something, and then you actually do it slow and right, and you're like, oh shit, and then you're like, that's how you, and then
you feel it more.
Yeah, and then you're like, okay, but it also helps with that. It's not that people are doing things wrong, but it also helps you figure out like how to do things right to where you're not hurting yourself, I feel. But don't get too high because then you might just fucking. Don't take advice from me.
Moderate. He's saying moderate.
Take this piece of advice from me. Take absolutely no advice from me. Maybe listen to what I say and then
do the opposite.
Just look at your life and be like, maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. But but I'm just saying, don't come at me when shit doesn't work for you. Find your own thing. That's another thing. Find your own thing, everybody. The people that judge you for the things that you're doing that you like and they don't like aren't there when you're doing the things that you like anyway. So fuck that. Yeah,
he's right. You know what I mean? Just do what you love doing.
Deion Sanders said,
make you happy.
Deion Sanders said it. Why would your opinion of me affect me or let you infect me? I won't let you affect or infect me. No, not at all. No. We ain't doing none of that. Because where I'm on assignment from God to doing what I'm doing right here, and different things. And wherever I'm at, like Deion said, I'm there on purpose, with purpose. You can catch me just hanging out nowhere.
On the right time, in the right time.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump into the next segment, which is Trip Tales. So I've tripped this week. I always want to go back. I'm like, I want to do it again today. But I got I may eat a cap or two, but I got shit to do tomorrow, so maybe not. But so Trip Tales is all about psychedelic experiences, news. I myself, being a veteran with PTSD, got help from the VA, but really what helped me kind of turn myself around was psychedelics, mainly
Okay.
ketamine therapy. I haven't been to a ketamine therapy in a while because it's super expensive, but I'm working on that, and we'll figure that out. But shrooms and stuff like that right now, allegedly,
Okay.
or something that I do. Do you have any psychedelic experiences yourself?
Actually, yeah. I used to do a lot of shrooms too. You know what I mean?
Okay,
A lot of shrooms. And the very first time I did shrooms, I was laying down and I relaxed and I shut my eyes for a little bit. But during that time I shut my eyes, I felt like it was like 2 3 years.
for sure.
You know what I mean? But when I saw what I saw, it was like, those moving billboards, like flip back and forth as you could see different pictures and stuff like that.
Okay,
Like it was different, like with me on them, and then movies, and then all kinds of stuff. And I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And I was like, "I'm just tripping," you know what I mean? But
yeah,
like, it's just mushrooms hit me differently, you know what I mean? Like I start seeing stuff, and then like I don't know if it's like to the future because it has to deal with me, or even 2 3 days from now, or you know what I mean. It's just like it's a different vibe for me. It's a different way of seeing things.
yeah.
I love taking mushrooms.
Perspective.
I really do. You know what I mean? I do. It's fun. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I'm never, I've done it since I got sober from doing the harder drugs,
yeah,
and it's a different perspective, like how you said, it's a different view,
yeah.
from where you were at. So it's just when I did the mushrooms, it's just like, whoa, okay, this is where I need to be. This is what I want to do. This is, you know what I mean? Because it gives you
Guidance.
a guidance, a glimpse of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it right, meditate, and if you do it, you see it right in your mentally. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because people have different trips. People have different things. People have different views of what's going on in the world. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
People have hang-ups, all sorts of shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's maybe that you're feeling guilty about that, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as me as a whole, like, wow, like there's so much different things we can do with that medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's also shrooms is in nature. You know what I mean? It
So,
grows
well,
from the ground.
yeah, and like I was talking in the previous episode, um, and Rachel Marshall, the artist she was speaking on, is it like shrooms and stuff are actually like we've gotten so like caught up in this stuff
Hmm.
and all this kind of technology,
Technology, yeah.
like we don't realize that shrooms are technology. They send you to the other side. You
Hmm.
can see things that you aren't able to perceive within this reality. They give you they are the internet. Do you know what they're like the computer to the internet.
Yeah, they're like they connect your your different electrodes in your mind, or that you didn't see before. You know what I mean? Because you're in that stage in your mind, in your mental state. When you get high off of mushrooms, you're in that different state. You know what I mean? And you perceive things differently. You see things. You see the lights brighter. You see sound, louder, or more vibrant. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You get
Yeah.
those vibrations in your body, different vibrations in your body, and you're like, okay, I feel better, I feel good. Like, when you smoke weed too, you feel good, you feel happy. Because if
Hmm.
to be honest with you, if you do the other drugs, you don't feel that way. You know
No.
what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Like,
That's one thing that definitely that I've that was one of the first things I learned when I was finally like done with hard drugs is remembering every time that I've done them. I'm like, every time that I wanted, when I said I was going to do this drug or I got this drug, let's do this drug, I was like, this is going to be a great time. and not fucking one of them was a great time. Like most of them end up just being some awkward, weird ass time where you're telling stories from when you were fucking 14 in a bathroom with someone you never have a goddamn conversation with.
Right, drinking Everclear from a bottle.
You're
You
like,
know?
what?
What's going on? Yeah,
And wake
definitely.
up, got no rent money. Like, what the are you doing? I'm not gonna lie, it was probably fun at the time, but this is some dumb shit that like so yeah, yeah, psychedelics will just like Bob Marley said about cannabis, it will show you.
It's a different, yeah.
It will show you,
It's a different you.
and the
Exactly.
perspective
Mm-hmm.
is insane. Because I think we're also talking to like a higher level of ourself and everything, and it reminds us that we're getting we're being deceived constantly.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then just like the monks you do with the sativa, they meditate on that stuff. But it was brought to the states for you to smoke differently. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
cause I when I was younger, I did sativa too. And I seen and I done that stuff like the monks. But if they did that meditating and they could see stuff meditating, you could do mushrooms. You know what I mean? Cause
Oh, you're
you know
talking not sativa. What the hell is that shit? Salvia.
salvia. There you go. My bad. Yeah, salvia.
Yeah,
There
you're
you
good.
go.
That shit's
There you
wild.
go. Yeah, salvia. Yeah.
Which is crazy because there's this guy who did a bunch of videos and it would be like gardening on salvia or driving on salvia, right? And
That's ridiculous. How do you like?
first off, he never gets to any of the tasks. Like he just shows you how bad it is. Um and he'd hit it and then just be like, all right, and then like lay down and then he's gone.
He's done.
It's just
Yeah,
done.
he's done. Yeah.
There's no gardening. There's definitely no driving. Like, he's just passed the fuck out. Just like and just laying on the ground going
Mumbling to himself.
yeah. Like yeah, fuck yeah, dude, do drugs, bro. Um sometimes don't. So that was so yeah, that is a crazy thing. And you got to do these things with respect. That's another thing that
Oh yeah,
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 like they're
definitely.
fun and stuff, but
But
I I do it when I'm on a trip and stuff. I do it when I know I need to like reset myself or something, and sometimes I'm like trying to avoid it because going through certain struggles and stuff. You're
mm-hmm,
like, maybe I don't want to do it right now because maybe I'm just gonna feel real bad,
mm-hmm.
and I just really want to be high and have fun. Well, you need to respect the things that you do. So if you want to be high and have fun like that, maybe you need to sit out before and do a trip, get through that shit,
Think about it. Yeah,
and then the next like the next week or something, maybe try it again or
and go have
and
fun with
have
it.
fun.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Yeah,
be respectful because
yeah,
people do shrooms and then end up trying to shut off engines on planes.
yeah. Definitely, you don't want to do that. You don't
That's
want to
it.
definitely do that.
That definitely happened recently. That's
Mm.
crazy. Do you incorporate any we've already gone through cannabis and psychedelics into your music, to producing? Obviously, do you trip while you make beats ever? I like to like edit sometimes when I'm tripping because it's refiring synapses and everything, reconnecting stuff.
I did a couple of songs when I was on like mushrooms and stuff like that, and like how you said, I do feel like it came out to where I do want to produce better, but when I when I get sober and I go back and I listen to it, I'd be like, even though I don't like it when I'm sober, that's still a part of me.
Mm,
That's still a part of my art
okay.
that I express to the world or to whoever, you know what I mean, when I make my own music, you know what I mean? I don't produce somebody else's music when I'm, in that tripping world or, when I do
Yeah,
mushrooms or whatever, you know what I mean? Cuz that's a respect to them. That's like, hey, if they want to smoke weed, we can smoke weed together, you know what I mean?
I feel it.
But you do your other stuff by yourself, you know what I mean? Like when I do my music with somebody else, like I feel like that's, I want to be professional,
Yeah.
and I want to be, you know, there with them.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
You
Yeah.
know, but when it comes to me, because that's my art and that's a part of who I am, like I'll express myself in that way. I will, you know, be when I've done, like I said, I've done a song when I've, tripped out and stuff,
It's
and
all about, I feel like throwing ideas at the wall, and like
yeah,
not all of them, and that's a big thing about kind of being creative. And
experiment.
every time I say shit like this, that imposter fear, that feeling comes in. But being creative, just keep creating, keep doing things.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
Not everything has to be perfect. Not everything's gonna be perfect. Is your life perfect? Mine's not perfect.
You're right. Yeah.
So like,
Whose
and
life
not,
is the only person's life
and
is
you can't.
perfect is, I feel like, is Jesus. You know what
And
I mean? I'm sorry.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
the biggest thing I find that people need to like calm down and be like respectful to themselves, because they're like, well, I want to do this and stuff, and don't put anything out or holding back because it's just not good enough. Man, fucking jump in, dog. Like, there's so many things that I've done and going to do that people aren't gonna like, that I may not like after doing them or whatever, but I don't care. Like, I like my life. I like what I'm doing. So like, there's gonna be failures. There's gonna be things that don't work,
Hmm.
and my ego's not tied to any of it, because I'm like, oh well, that didn't work, but maybe in the future, something that I did within that little project or something, I can use to help another project, or someone else, or maybe I learned something to help someone else do better than me. Maybe I'm doing this right now so I can help someone get to a higher level than me in the future. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
And you're showing them basically your light to
mm,
their darkness.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And because people end up in darkness all the time, and they
That's
look
good.
for that light. They look for something when they're in that darkness to bring them out. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
you're the light. You know what I mean? We're all the light. We're every single person here in this world. We're a light. Just
We're all
as long as we're turning on, we
we're all
know.
connected.
Yeah, we're all connected. And we're all like one human, basically.
Yeah, take a bunch of shrooms and tell me you're not, that we're not all connected, and if you do, I'll call you a bullshitter that you didn't take the shrooms.
Exactly. Yeah,
I got
exactly.
4 grams on it. You didn't do
You did
it.
not do that. Yeah.
um, so we'll go ahead and jump into, that's a good segment with the darkness, and we'll jump into the next segment, which is
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
fucking shit. All right. So Uh, mental health is wealth, all about, the struggle we all deal with. Um, I myself, therapy and stuff, but what's really been helping me more and more lately is actually going to the gym and pushing myself in the gym. Um, my diet's getting tighter and tighter as I go,
Hmm.
but I'm also like, with my mental health, I'm allowing myself not to like have to, like, not be so strict that my like my happiness is getting fucked with.
I see. Yeah.
I'm not out here like eating like a pizza or anything, which sounds great. But like, I'm staying within certain guidelines and stuff, but then I'm pushing myself in the gym, which in turn helps me push myself outside of the gym in different aspects, not only with eating, but in my mental health. Like, when I'm starting to get pissed off,
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, it's now time to work out. This is a brain workout. You're pissed off. I bet you it's over something stupid. You're upset, so you're not going to agree with me right now. So let's just work on this. So that's what I've been working on a lot lately. Doing sets of not getting pissed off, and working through my emotions like an adult. It's weird. I'm sorry. It's new to me. I don't know. It's like, I'm learning a bunch of stuff. We all are, right?
I'm with you on that. I'm learning too. You know what I mean? I've been through therapy. I've talked to therapy. I talked to other people. Especially with my mental health coming off off the harder drugs and stuff like that, like because you're in a different world. I was homeless. I
Mm.
really was. I was homeless for like 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Living in the streets, and, doing fentanyl. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fucking like hard drugs. Sorry, no me to cussing. Sorry.
No, you can cuss.
You know.
Fuck, shit, goddamn.
Um,
Love you, Lord. Sorry,
it's,
not the GD.
it was just it's just hard for me, and especially mental. I feel like I want to kill myself sometimes. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I've been through that. I've seen the
Yeah.
darkness in like a human being, like in my mind. You know, I I've seen myself like down that way, down that pathway, and as a human, because when you see yourself, you don't want to be there. No,
Mm-mm.
who wants to be there? No, for real. Like, who wants to be there?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
You could say yeah, but I don't believe you. Like you said, I bet, I bet 4.5 grams of shrooms on there. You know what I mean? But like that darkness is bad,
Mm-hmm.
and we're always looking for somebody to help us and to help us come out of that mental health. And the only person that's gonna help you, to be honest with you, is you.
Mm.
You got to climb out of that hole yourself. You know what I mean? You, like, as a person, as a man, you got to come out and you got to be like, okay, this is where I want to be. This is who I want to be. And this is how I'm going to be,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And as you grow in your mental state, as your health state, because I was 475 pounds.
Mm.
I was. I started working out.
Good shit.
I started like lifting like a 10-pound dumbbell, growing up to 20 pounds,
Was the
in my
yeah.
bathroom every day, losing weight. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't gaining muscle, I was just losing my fat, my weight, my water weight. And now I'm 350 pounds.
There you go, bro.
You know what I mean?
Good shit, man.
Like you work out, your mental health is so much stronger
Mm-hmm.
when you help yourself mentally,
Yeah.
and you tell yourself you positivity every day. Hey, you look good. Keep going. Hey, do this. You know what I mean? You don't need somebody else there telling you, you know what I mean, to you feel better, to grow better. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good to have like a woman with you. Like I had my girlfriend for 8 years, 9 years, you know what I mean? She tells me you're doing good, stuff like that. It's good. I like it. But it's better when you tell yourself. When you
Mm.
tell yourself more positivity things.
Yeah.
Every day when you wake up in the mirror, hey, you're doing good. Just keep doing.
Huh,
Just a little stuff like that. You know what I
bro.
mean?
So, uh, that's funny because recently I was waiting on some funding that I needed assistance with through a veteran thing,
Mhm.
and it came through. I'm like, dope, but I was still broke. I'm waiting for that VA check to come in, and I was like, and I was really struggling. I had I didn't have that much to eat or no shit like that, but like, I had enough to be full. I could work out. I had my gym. I had my friend like gaming. I had an apartment. I started to like build out around it.
Mhm.
I'm like, look at what the fuck I have. But yeah, I realized no one's gonna come and save you.
No one. Yeah. Not your family, not your mom, not your dad,
No,
not who. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
whoever you think is gonna come save you. No, they're not gonna come save you.
they love you.
They love
They
you.
appreciate you. They'll support you,
Hmm.
but no one's coming to save you.
No,
Like you
it's
could,
you against the world.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And what the world is the world in your mind, your mental world. Your world is what the world is.
But with that, and as I was going through that shit every night, and I was like trying to just making my way, like, okay, we're actually gonna get paid because I thought I was gonna get paid one day. It didn't happen. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
so now we got to wait a couple more days, and then we got to that day, and I'm like, okay, got through one day, and then every day, what I was doing is I was looking in my microwave at the end of the day, and I was like, you did it, thanks, man. Like we didn't like lose our shit. We didn't get pissed off. We didn't try to hurt anybody. We didn't have any arguments. We didn't do any of that shit. Thank you. Good shit, bro. Fucking fist bump myself and I would take my ass to bed. Like that's what it's about.
Exactly.
That feeling is better than to myself is better than I don't know what other feeling is it could be as possibly as good as um helping yourself out.
Yeah, like the little wins, it's
Yeah,
the
bro,
little
that's what I'm
things, it's
talking
the
about.
little
Yeah.
stuff, and whatever you go through in life, whatever it is, you know what I mean. Like it's the little tiny stuff. Like you win an award for attendance. That's still beautiful. You know what I mean. That's still great
Hmm.
for you. For you, you know what I mean. Like I feel so happy.
Yeah, and then but then you look at it like, okay, that teaches you things happen in steps. Like I didn't say it's attendance, right? It
Yeah.
didn't happen in one day. It happened over this day and this day and this day and this day and this day.
Oh
You're
yeah.
like, oh shit! If I do all of this shit and like it stacks up, so then like okay, so then when you're in the gym, you're pushing yourself through those sets and everything.
Hmm.
Like I can't do it, and you push yourself through it. Holy shit, I did it! And then you get to something in your day, and you're like, I don't want to do this monotonous, this stupid ass task, or I don't want to do it. Like, well, you could do it in the fucking gym, so you can do it here, and then
Hmm.
you do that shit, and boom, dopamine. Like, bro, it just sets it off. Like,
Yeah, you feel good because that exactly that dopamine hits, and because from an addict point of view, you probably understand, like it's a different dopamine hit, is like that high, that real life high
it's
that you get, you know what I mean, and it feels so wonderful, it feels so good,
yeah,
you know, and you just want to keep, like for me, I just want to keep getting that same high because it feels so good to myself, you know what I mean. Like
yeah.
it's not like taking other drugs or whatever, you know. It's an amazing, beautiful.
It's endorphins, it's
Hmm.
accomplishment, it's a lot of things. But yeah, that helps me out a lot, and I'm glad that you see it the same way. If anybody else wants to like work out or anything, let me know, and I can show you some stuff, or I can give you what I do or anything like that. I'm not perfect, but I do have some things that help me out. Do you want to add anything else to mental health? Awesome. We'll go ahead and jump into the last segment, which is plug talk. And hell yeah. So plug talk is all about promo, whatever you got going on. You have that song, Can You Hear Me Now? I've been
Yeah.
listening to that over and over.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead and plug it up, plug it in for him.
Oh.
Drop the knowledge, sir.
uh yeah. Can You Hear Me Now is, I feel like it's, when I was growing up, I used to listen a lot of rock hymn, you know what I mean, a lot of old school stuff like that, and I feel like that type of song is towards gear that when I be on the mic by Rockham, you know,
Yeah.
when I be on the mic, that's when I'm on the
Mm,
mic,
mm.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I talk about real stuff. I feel like I talk about what you're going through mentally, what I went through mentally, you know, what I feel like, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's where that song came from, and that's how I made it. Basically, I want to say I'm talking shit, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like don't, when I
You
get on the mic, I'm that beast. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I may
yeah.
be quiet in real life, but get me
Yeah.
on the mic and I'll make it my wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
That
you
type
did.
of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny. Yeah, yeah. You got that line in there too. As dope. Yeah, and that hook keeps playing in my fucking brain.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And I was talking like gaming with the boys, and audio comes out, and I'm like, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?" They're like, "What are you?" I'm like, "Oh, you like listen to this." They're like, "Oh, okay."
you,
I
you,
just be like in my own world, thinking that everyone's doing exactly the same thing I'm doing. So I'm like, "What do you mean you don't know?"
sniping somebody in the head of Call of Duty. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bob, can
Can
you
you
hear
hear
me
me
now?
now? Pow.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Pow. Now he can't.
Right, right. He can't.
He's pink mist. But all right, anything else you got coming up? Any performances?
Yeah, actually, I got I'm not performing at the Arizona Hip Hop Festival on
Okay.
December 19th, but you know, I help them out with
Okay.
stuff like that. I got like free tickets to give away,
Okay.
you know, stuff like that. And then, but also next year in 2025, I got an album coming out called True Tempered.
That's what's up.
It's got like 6 songs on it, you
Okay.
know. And then I got a book coming out, Searching for Big Los, coming
Okay.
out in 2025. And then I'm also doing a movie. You
Oh
know,
wow.
I can't really get into it now, but
Okay.
it's a good movie. I'll drop a little hint, Pancho Villa, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know, so it's coming out. So, you know, we coming out and look for it. So next year.
That's what's up. Yeah, whatever you want, just send my way, and we'll throw it on all the different socials and
Okay.
shit like that.
Appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
man, this is what it's all about, because we're all connected and we should all be helping each other. And I'm one that if you do better than me, hell yeah. I'm not trying to, you know. I just want to help people out, have a good time, and see whatever I can do to help you. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it,
Oh
man.
yeah,
For
bro.
real.
Especially all local people. Like I have a brand coming out eventually. It's from locals only. Flow.
Okay.
It'll be local grown and processed flower, hash mainly, making it into hash. But nothing will ever be for sale. So if you get some, it's because you're a part of the family.
Okay.
Or you're on the podcast, have been on the podcast or something. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna start that mission about January, February. So 2025, that's coming.
Okay.
I was gonna start this year, but I'm being smart and being a grown up, and instead of just buying the grow shit first, we're gonna get a new bed and new couch.
Do all that stuff. What you need to do.
Do
Yeah.
do
Exactly.
them,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Do what you need to do.
Yeah. But hey, you know, it's Thursday. What? Not even close. This is gonna be dropping on a Tuesday. It's Sunday today, and I meant to say it's November.
Right. It's November right now.
So November, we got a bunch of good deals coming up. And we got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, all that.
Got a
About
lovely bunch of coconuts.
everybody about to drop all the beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes stuff on social media. So anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to shout out before we go?
I want to shout out to you. Thank you for letting me be on the podcast, man. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it. I really do. I love it so much, man. I wish I could come back more. You know.
Oh yeah, we'll have you back and stuff. That's what we need to keep rotating, bring people back on, do updates and whatnot. But hell yeah, dog. Good luck to you. All the book and all that stuff. We'll definitely tap in to see all that kind of stuff and have you come promoted or whatnot.
Okay.
We'll do more. But thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for sharing your stories and stuff. I hope some people find some inspiration or different knowledge and stuff, because I think you dropped some good shit. But thank you again for coming out. Big shout out to Habari Entertainment, HabariEntertainment.com. If you want to do your own podcast or any video type stuff, check them out, HabariEntertainment.com. Check us out, www.thehealingchefs.
With love and compassion, we'll find our way. From the battlefield to a brighter day.